Welcome back to the Tales from the Glass-Guarded World. Last time, the heroes bravely ran away from a threatening spelljammer that, according to Coral Petrichor, was full of bandits eager to enslave them. They arrived at the Moonstone, an orbiting disk of rock. Their mission is to find the sigil sequence for Mun the Immortal's teleportation circle, so that he can easily come and go from his old home. This week, we have Ashley as Terradane the Human Fighter, Chris as Astra Fortuna, the half-elf rogue and bard, Jessica as Mama Sass, the half-orc bard and barbarian, and Coral Petrichor, the Genasi druid, and Josh as Zardtok, the tiefling wizard, and Papa Gaston, the halfling rogue and bard. We also have some special guests, but I won't elaborate as you will meet them very shortly. Having evaded the slavers, left the planet's atmosphere, and reached the orbiting asteroid, Zardtok decided to circle around the Moonstone before landing to get a better idea of what they were dealing with. The lower side was rocky, with trees and shrubs growing chaotically, while the upper side was flat, with abundant trees and well-cared-for flowers, as well as a dark tower and a landing platform. You can find art depicting the Moonstone on our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram feeds, as well as our website, tftggw.com. They sat down next to the rotting hulk of another spelljammer and began to disembark, when something began to move quickly down the path from the tower. Judging by the movement of the trees, it must be something big.
And it looks like...
Get hyped.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
I find
Which
this a
one's
little
Dan?
familiar.
Yeah,
Which one's Shaun?
which one's which?
We're joined by Shaun and Dan from the House of Bob podcast. Shaun has been with us before, of course, but this is Dan's first time. Mm-hmm. Shaun and Dan being two of the four people from the Cave of Bob episode, which is my favorite House of Bob episode. And I hope they'll do Og again someday. But you should definitely go listen to it if you haven't already.
It's always good to be on.
Or go listen to any of the other wonderful House of Bob episodes, including their current The Sprawl campaign. Dan and Shaun, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Your characters, you step out of the woods, you saw something flying through the sky, which always makes you a little nervous because you haven't lit the lighthouse yet.
True.
Then you heard something land, and you decided to go check it out, and there is another one of these weird ships there, and it's got people crawling off of it and walking around on your landing pad.
All I'm saying is that if they look tasty, we should have some dinner.
Raphael, I don't think so.
Oh, come on, Tuck. They're probably all juicy.
Come on, we got visitors. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hello. Are you there? On the thing?
Hello?
Did we just hear them talk about eating us?
Oh, you heard them talking to each other? Sure, yeah.
Coral peeks around from behind Garlos and looks concerned.
So the group that's there, I mean, you haven't really encountered other people before, so it's going to be kind of weird, other than your parents, I suppose. But there's like a small human with red skin and horns, and sort of like a goat. You know what goats are.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, one horn's kind of broken and a tail sticking out the back. And then there is there's a human, probably a female, you think, wearing some armor. She looks like she might be in charge. Then there's a kind of slack-jawed human staring at you kind of vacantly. And behind him, There's a gray-skinned humanoid sort of peeking around from behind. She's wearing some leatherish armor. And then there's who else is there? There's some sort of slim figure with dark skin and white hair, and he's got some sort of instrument strapped across his back. I don't know who else. There's a human female wearing some fairly heavy armor. That's Ansna. And up on the deck, you can see there's a really tall female. She looks pretty burly. She's got some tusks in her mouth. That's a half-orc, although maybe you don't know what a half-orc is.
And an accordion, but you might not know what an accordion is either.
Yeah, you might not know what an accordion is. And then there's a halfling up there straining to look over the deck railing. He looks like an older gentleman with slicked back hair. Did I forget anybody? Oh, yeah, and then there's a 8-inch or 9-inch tall bundle of rags that's in a roughly humanoid shape standing by the ladder looking at you with its head tilted.
Quite a zoological collection we have here when they talk.
They're missing all their other heads.
I don't think, Mike, you described us for your listeners.
Oh, yeah. So for the sake of the listeners,
Good point.
the thing that steps into the clearing is an enormous, 12 feet tall, would you say? Or 10 feet?
Roughly.
Roughly 12 feet tall, two-headed Etten wearing what looks like some sort of jumpsuit, like a work suit, like a single piece of clothing with a prominent red stripe down the middle, a shovel in one arm, and dangling from the shovel are a bunch of tools, a hammer, some knives, a spade, a bunch of other things all dangling off of this shovel. And in the other arm is an enormous, like a lamplighter tool that's got a flame coming off the end of it. And one side is definitely beefier than the other. One side is pretty well muscled, and the other side's a little bit on the lanky side. Oh, and the side with the shovel, it has a hat on its head. It looks like a farmer's hat or a hat you'd go to do some garden work. And on one side of the chest, on the left side of the chest, is a patch that says Mun.
Which voice is coming out of which head?
Yeah.
So Dan's voice is coming out of the side with the hat. The
Say hello,
beefy
Dan.
side.
Makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
So the southernish accent coming out of the
Right.
farmer.
The southernish
See, this
accent.
makes
Thank you.
sense.
Yes, the southernish accent coming out of the side with the hat and the shovel. And then Shaun's voice is coming out of the side with the lamplighter, the lankier side.
I'm really starting to notice the difference in stature between the two sides now that you've pointed out, and it's real
I
funny.
noticed it immediately. It's great.
Yeah, I'm a beefcake.
I should say that Shaun started to do a drawing. I didn't know he was going to do one. I kind of wish I'd just let him finish it because I like it much better than mine.
Oh, yours is great. Don't worry, bud.
Well, I like his is much better because his is way more exaggerated.
Oh, yeah. Mine was...
Like, the difference between the sides is way bigger. You can definitely tell. On mine, you don't notice right away that one side is lankier than the other. On his, it's obvious.
There would be a definite limp with my sketch.
I think if you look at the leg, you can see it for sure.
I think this guy's going to limp too. So this kind of reminds me of the painting, the American Gothic painting, the farmer and his wife, and they're staring at it. This is like that.
Totally. With the lady with the hair bun and everything.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, Tara looks way up and kind of raises a hand, giving an awkward wave. Hello?
The skinny side waves his lamplighter back and forth with the left hand. And it says,
Oh, hello. Are you one of those peoples?
I am a person. My name's Captain Tara Dane, and I'm here on behalf of Mun.
Man, did you hear that talk? It's man. He's sent somebody. That's very odd,
It's
and
about darn time.
it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has. He knows.
He knows who we are.
Oh, I don't know quite that he knows. I mean, he's been away for a long time. Did you know him?
No, we never met him.
Yeah. Well, he's back, and
He's here.
Hey, bring him run out. I want to meet the man. The Mun man.
Man, show yourself.
well, he's not here, like on this rock right now. We're here for him.
Oh.
We're going to bring him, though. We just need to get to the summoning circle. Do you guys happen to know where that might be?
Nope.
Nuh-uh.
It's some runes on the ground. You know.
Not on my ground.
We could direct you some potatoes, though.
What?
Tuck sometimes puts signs in front of his different vegetables so he doesn't forget which ones are which. Maybe that's it.
Have you guys been into the tower?
I can summon carrots. I can summon potatoes.
It takes a while.
Oh, I love a good potato. I bet you guys are real good gardeners. You look like you really got it together.
Well, one of us does.
Look, just because I do not have a vegetable predilection does not mean I would not be capable if I decided to give it a right effort.
Yeah, whatever. I farm, you eat.
Hello there. Oh, such an interesting creature. Hello, my name is Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire, and I would love to know your names.
Well, I'm Tuck.
Tuck.
And I am Raphael Cruz Estevanius Mercutio Romuli.
What? What? No, that's longer than my introduction.
Raphael Cruz Estevanius Mercutio Romuli. You, of course, can call me Raphael Cruz.
Raphael Cruz. I like it. It's snappy, sassy, and adventurous. You guys look like strapping fellows.
My mums gave it to me.
You must have a very good mom. Is she here as well?
No, they disappeared quite a while ago. Some big spider thing came out of space and picked them up.
What?
And Daddy went out to pasture.
Oh, I see. That's unfortunate. What do you fine fellows do here in Mun's Tower? Or floating disc?
We're the groundskeeper.
Groundskeeper.
You know, a plant, a clean.
Does anyone else live here?
No.
We used to have some cows, but something happened to them while Tuck was sleeping.
Yeah,
Oh,
fear
okay.
there's a monster on the island.
A monster?
Well, all our animals disappeared while I was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Yes, probably some very large, very hungry, dangerous creature that we are better off really not pursuing, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, can you take us to the tower?
That tower right there, yes, of course. Watch your step. There's lots of debris left from the last spelljammer that crashed here.
Oh, I forgot there was a ship here.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It's a big squid-looking ship. It looks like it didn't actually crash. It looks like it landed, and then parts and things have been picked off or torn off of it.
A terrible crash, really. Just awful.
So-
It was awful what happened to it.
So who is on this ship?
Yes, so in our collective consciousness, our cultural recollection, we do not quite know exactly what happened to these people, but long before Tuck and I were born, some ne'er-do-wells from outer space landed, went into the tower, and never returned. I suspect it's quite dangerous in there.
So you haven't been in the tower?
Well, we've been in the lobby.
Oh.
That's about it, though.
It's very nice.
Well, it's nice because I clean it.
Well, someone has to.
And they weren't eaten by monsters while Tuck was asleep.
Unfortunately not.
All right, let's go.
We need to decide who is going then. So a couple of you have multiple characters to choose from. So Jessica, you can choose Coral or Mama Sass. I'm guessing you want
I'm
to use
using Coral. Mama Sass is staying in the hopes that somebody comes and she gets to use the gun on the ship because she didn't get to earlier.
Good. And Josh, you get to choose Zartok or Gaston.
Well, since it's a wizard tower, I guess I'll bring a wizard. Makes sense.
Okay. Well, you're also breaking in, so a thief would be handy too, you know? So either one would be
I think
fine.
that maybe
I got that.
Tara should tell us what to do. I'm not going to go with all these singing creatures. They bother me. So if Tara says to bring, that little guy, then I'm not going. He kind of creeps me out.
So you're going to defer to see what Tara says to do then?
Yeah, sure. It makes it. Do we have a backup pilot? Can anybody cast a spell to fly this thing?
I guess Aster could.
So could Gaston.
Did we decide that Coral could?
Yeah, Coral could as well. She'd have to take some time to learn it, I would
Yeah.
require. But yeah, she's capable I guess Lumpin could. I don't know.
Yes.
Sure.
He hasn't learned the
Yes,
spell
he
either.
can.
Isn't there a helmet involved? How would that work?
Lumpin the pirate.
No, there's
Okay,
no
good.
helmet involved. You just sit in a chair.
All right, Ashley's got the character selection screen up.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Zartok, please come with us. There is going to be a bard, because Aster's coming too. He also was very familiar with the wizard complex pre your days, and I can't say he won't sing a song, but he's going to come, and so will you.
All right, I can deal with a little bit of singing, but just keep it down.
Don't worry, I'll lift your spirits, Zartuk.
He will.
Well, sorry, real quick. Is Lumpin going with you? Do you want him to stay with the ship or go with you?
Of course, Lumpin's coming.
Okay, Lumpin is coming. You make your way down the pathway, I suppose. It leads straight toward the tower. Even in the darkness, you can see an incredible variety of colorful flowers on either side of the stone pathway. The trees are mostly oak and some pine, and they grow denser and the darkness deepens. A white marble statue emerges from the gloom on your left. It realistically depicts a female elf in glowing robes, and there is an inscription in Elvish on the base. Can anyone read Elvish?
I believe I can.
Yeah, I don't remember what my languages I took.
I definitely can't.
I can read Elvish.
You can read Elvish? All right, Aster can read Elvish. And it says, Mun the Merciful.
Mun the Merciful. That's a new one. Hey, guys. This thing says Mun the Merciful. I know Mun the Immortal. Mun the Merciful is new to me. Assuming it's the same guy.
Is this an elven lady, you said?
Yes, the statue depicts an elven woman. Lumpin looks at the statue and says, that doesn't look like any Mun that I remember.
I agree.
Lumpin, did you know Mun before he was a armored individual? Before he was just a suit of armor?
Yes, he created me quite a while ago. That's right.
And he's a male, correct?
He was a human. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know who this is. Maybe it's his wife, also called Mun. I have no idea.
Seems weird, but maybe.
The trees on the path change from oaks to fruit trees, though you've never seen fruit like these before. The teardrop-shaped fruit glow dimly with a green light, and there are insects fluttering around them.
Ooh.
There's another statue that becomes visible on your right. This is a totally different figure, a humanoid with a bird's head, feathers, and wings. And there's some writing on the base, but it's in Oran. I'm guessing none of you can read that.
No.
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 Ganassi
Okay.
might know Primordial.
Yeah, I can't figure out where languages are in here, actually.
On D&D Beyond, they're in the bottom left of like the main screen if you're not in mobile
nope.
mode.
Oh, I do know Primordial. Yes. Common Druidic Primordial. Thank you.
What is this? You're like a munchkin. You're just picking languages, rare languages.
It's a racial language.
Oh, is it? What is it? What is this thing? This language? I don't know. Josh, the person.
Yeah, this is not primordial though. Zartok recognizes this thing. It's in Aarakocra.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you would.
that's right.
And I guess Coral, you might recognize it too. But I don't think you speak
I don't
the
speak
language
the language.
of
I might meet.
flying creatures.
Yeah, I might recognize creature, but
Well, the figure is wearing robes nearly identical to those of that elf statue that you passed. And you pass more statues in the half-mile walk to the tower. There's a male dwarf who is in Dwarvish. Is the name in Dwarvish on the plinth? Anybody read
Yeah, mate.
Dwarvish?
I do.
It says Mun the Mischievous, or Mun the Mischievous.
Seems like your friend Mun has a thing for giving himself titles.
And then there's a gnome. Anyone speak gnomish?
nope.
Nope.
There is also a genasi. And it says on the base in Primordial, it says Mun the Mover.
I tell them what it says.
And then finally, there's a statue that resembles a cross between a lizard and a human. Can anybody read Draconic? Nope. All right. Well, Lumpin will translate. He can read Draconic. It says Mun the Merciful.
Again.
He double dipped that one. Not very creative.
Yeah. That one you recognize as a Dragonborn.
Yeah, the lizard people, they take different shapes and they rule the world underground, society-wise. The tops of government. You know what I'm talking you know what I'm talking
Is Zartok a conspiracy theorist?
Definitely.
All right.
I mean, there is the dragon that is trying to rule the world from, like, the sky with the wand that they took from us.
Yeah.
I have a question.
So I can buy into
I have a
that.
question for Tuck and his mate here. Why is it that you two have different dialects if you've been like together the whole time? What's up with that?
Well,
Really, Tuck
Danny-
was.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Why are you apologizing to each other? Don't do that.
I didn't want to talk at the same time as him. Really, Tuck was always Pa's favourite, you know. Dad's favoured him, whereas I was more of a mum's boy. Mum's raised me, taught me how to speak much more properly, whereas Dad's was more about digging holes and putting other things inside the holes. You know, I mean, Tuck, you explain it. You know how to do all that stuff.
Well, I'm better at one thing and he's better at the other. But one thing's more important
Right.
than the other.
So is your father?
What's the other thing?
I plant things. I get us food.
Yeah, what's the other?
Oh, no, you speak real good.
Yeah, you could say I'm a philosopher.
You could
Oh.
say that.
You know, I
Wouldn't
actually
be
have a
much.
question for you because I've been wondering about this ever since you landed. Is all of you only have one head?
Yes.
Do you not get lonely?
Well, that's why we travel in such big groups.
No, it's quite nice, really. If I had another head, I'd probably get rid of it.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Tell me, when you meet another person with only one head, do you ever worry that you might eat them?
Never.
Interesting.
Does that mean you want
Interesting.
to eat us? Since we only.
No, it's just something I worry about. I know that historically Ettins are man-eating or humanoid-eating creatures, and so I worry sometimes that maybe I'm a cannibal, and maybe Tucker's a cannibal, but because we're connected, we wouldn't eat each other. And maybe if I met another Ettin, I might really like one half, but not like the other half, and want to eat one half, but then the other one's a normal, cool guy.
Well, did you eat your moms and dads? I mean,
Oh no, absolutely not.
seems all right then.
Dad's just disappeared mysteriously.
Ooh.
Or Mum's? Which one? Mum disappeared mysteriously and Dad's just died. He croaked.
So wait, is your mum on your dad's head too? Like how does that work? Is he got two heads?
No, we got two moms and we got two dads.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
But the mums is one creature with two heads that are both mums. And then Dad's is another creature with two heads that's both dads.
Man, that sounds great.
Can you guys see why I wanted someone else to play this character so that I didn't have to play it myself?
I like you, Tuck. You truly are a philosopher. This is very enlightening. I love this whole new creature thing. You guys are so different from what I'm used to. You got statues with bird people and lizard men. It's incredible. Fascinating.
Well, I think Raphael's the philosopher, but
Hey, Tuck.
Oh,
yeah.
whoops. I'm getting used to dual-headed creatures. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tuck. Before we go, I'd really like to see your garden. I bet it's good.
Oh, it's great. You wouldn't believe what I've done with it.
I'd love to see it.
Now, technically, the whole orbiting platform is your garden at this point, right? I mean, you've grown stuff everywhere. I mean, you're welcome to take them on a tour of your trees or whatever if you like.
I think only one person in this group would find that interesting, but sure.
You said there was that fruit tree nearby, was there not?
Yeah, those were your dancing monkey fruit.
Is that edible?
All right.
Is that good to eat?
Oh, it is.
Tuck plucks one from the tree because it's so tall.
No, wait, please don't.
May I try it?
No. Yeah, go right ahead.
Can
I will take a bite of this monkey fruit.
Have a bite.
All right. Okay. Aster, make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I, while Aster's doing this, do a nature check on the tree?
Sure.
As long as Tuck's not the one eating it, I suppose I'm all right.
Unnatural 20.
Let me see.
It is a strange, exotic, foreign tree. It's not something you would see normally on the planet below. It is something strange, probably not of this world.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 14.
At 14, you just made it.
Did I really?
You rolled exactly what you needed to succeed.
Ooh.
Darn it. I didn't know it happened.
Aster, it's glowing.
It's just this glowing, juicy fruit, and as you eat it, you start to, I don't know, feel a beat in your head. You can feel it everywhere. You can feel some music thumping, and you're tempted to dance, but you manage to shake it off.
I take a step to the side, slide to the right. Slide to the left. Do you hear it, guys? Do you hear the beats?
What is it? Cha-cha real
I like
smooth?
how he passed the Constitution check, but he's like, nah,
I'm dancing anyway.
Yeah. Can you choose to fail it?
You could choose to fail if you want.
Well, you said I heard a beat in my head, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly what he would do.
But you managed to shake off the mandatory effects.
Got you. Well, then I stop my dance. I look at everybody. I say, this fruit makes you want to dance. Zartok, I think you should try it. It might make you like music more.
Wow, Tuck, this is really impressive.
Thank you.
So, like, what does it taste like, though?
Oh, yeah, what does it taste like?
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, well, you tell us what it tastes like, Dan.
Oh. All right. It's like a mango, banana, and kiwi all mashed together.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
my God,
No,
that
I
sounds
want it.
delicious.
That's
And
real
Tuck
nice.
always eats them while I'm sleeping.
It tastes delightful.
We all got excited.
Tastes like a mango kiwi banana thing.
Yeah.
Would you like some Zartok?
Zartok's just staring at you.
You know, as a scientist, there is nothing wrong with testing a hypothesis or experimenting as you would to see what are the effects of new and exotic things. I seem to have done okay.
Coral pulls one off the tree, takes a bite.
You pull one off the tree. All right. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I got a 15.
All right. Well, same as Aster. You have a feeling of rhythm. You can sense a beat, but you don't
I
have
don't
to
dance.
dance to it. All right.
All right. And while Raffi isn't looking, I pull one down and take a huge bite.
No, wait.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Do they both have to do that? How does that work?
Just
Yeah,
one
technically they
leg
both have
dances.
to.
Well, no,
Actually, no.
We're one
Actually-
creature.
You're one creature. How do we want to do this?
Edens are interesting.
I mean, we also have the split stomach thing that we discussed. How do we want to do this?
Well, if you remember, they're kind of reversed, so I think Shaun
Right.
should have to roll this one.
yeah, I think maybe that makes some sense.
What's going
Right,
on?
right. Everything Raphael Cruz eats gets digested on Tuck's side.
Oh, awesome.
That's so cool.
This is one messed up character sheet going on.
I rolled a 10. So
Total
Yes.
of 10?
No, please
Okay,
don't
so-
eat that.
and then Raphael
Tuck
Cruz
is-
just starts to kind of like wobble around and his arms start flapping and he's dancing
Yeah.
around on his skinny leg.
You're
and-
basically pivoting around my one sturdy leg. So you're just going around in circles dancing.
Everybody clap your hands.
Coral claps in time, but it's really offbeat. Like, it's real bad.
You see, this is exactly what I was worried would happen. And it's happening.
So you must dance for 1 minute. You can't leave your space. You have disadvantage on all attack rolls and dexterity saving throws. Other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against you. You can repeat this each time you take damage, if you take damage. And then when it ends, it says you suffer the poison condition for 1 hour, but we're going to ignore that for now.
That was exciting. I love this fruit.
Man, that's excellent, Tuck. Well done.
No, thank
You
you.
make some interesting fruits.
Yes, I do.
Now I got to think of more.
And I'm sure there's other fruits that you can investigate if you want to. I'll leave that up to Dan and Shaun to tell you about if you decide to look at any other fruit.
Now I have to think of some new ones.
Oh, well, there was one.
Yeah, there
Shaun
was
came
one.
up with one. You remember?
Yeah,
All right.
we'll save that one.
Now I want to know.
The pathway continues on straight ahead and also branches off at a 90-degree angle to your right, each path leading off into the darkness of the trees. Based on your survey of the area before landing, remember you circled around the platform, you would guess that the path ahead leads to the shed-like building, but you're not sure where the path to the right leads. The tower itself is suddenly appearing on your left, jutting up out of an opening in the trees, having been mostly obscured by the canopy overhead. It's made of some dark metal, and the two 10-foot-tall doors stand open, lit by magical torches mounted on iron poles.
Yes, so here's the tower. I do have a little bit of a job I have to do because you interrupted my process. Tuck, can you start climbing for me, please?
But this is my nap time.
Yeah, but I haven't lit the lamp yet. If we don't light
You-
it, there's some spelljammer's going to come and crash right into the tower.
You always light the lamp when I sleep.
Yeah, but look, you made me dance and everything.
fine.
I just need the use of your arms a little bit. Can you drop your shovel for 5 minutes, please?
No. I never drop my shovel.
Oh, this is going to be... Look, can one of you do this? And he passes his lamplighter to the other players. You just got to climb up and light the lamp.
Would this be a strength check or athletics? Or would it be acrobatics?
You don't even need to make a check. It's got a ladder. There's a ladder running up the side of the tower. It runs all the way up to the top. And he's handing you his lighter. Now, the problem is the lamp lighter is, from your perspective, huge and heavy.
Oh, it's going to mage hand it. Never mind.
We're not a strong group.
Well, how about you climb to the top, and then we'll throw the torch to you.
Oh, yes. Tuck's a pretty good arm. You could throw it. And I'll hold your shovel for you.
Seems like it might be a little hard to catch something that's massive.
That sounds like a you problem.
How tall?
Well, I mean, given that this is his job, it's not.
That's fair.
That was pretty wicked.
All right, Tuck drops his shovel and he starts climbing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you climb up the tower. He climbs up out of sight into the darkness up above and eventually reaches the top. Tuck, you reach the top. I assume you're just going to light the lamp as usual.
Yep. Raphael Cruz plunges the lighter in and a light bursts forth.
Shining out in all directions. It's pretty bright. From below, when you're on the planet, the lower surface of the Moonstone blocks the light, but from up here, it's pretty bright. There's a fancy glass lens inside that magnifies and projects the light. Tuck and Raphael Cruz climb back down. What do you want to do now?
Raffy, should we show him the tower?
Oh, yeah. So right through this door, it's our home. That's where we live. And we haven't really been any further than that, so that's the tour.
What?
So, why not?
Well, there's a big metal door there, and we can't open it.
Again, it's one of those cultural things. You see, we've been raised from a very young age to know that, what our purview is and what is not our purview. And the tower, we are to light the lamps. We're allowed to sleep in here. Tuck has got to grow the food because I'm not going to do it. And that's how it is. There's a monster somewhere, I think.
Y'all were raised very good.
Yeah, Daddy would be proud.
Well, yes, Mum's took good care of us.
No, Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy took care of us.
Whatever.
Both of them, clearly. Okay, Tara walks up to the metal door.
So there are the big metal doors that open into the tower, the main doors, and they're actually open. The steps lead into a large foyer with a grandiose, magical chandelier hanging from the 20-foot ceiling. A worn-out rug lies on the tiled stone floor just inside the doors, smudged with dirt and some leaves. There are 2 cabinets, one labeled Boots with several candles burning dimly atop it, and the other labeled Uniforms with a moth-eaten tablecloth on top of it. Several paintings hang from the walls depicting a short teenage human wearing blue robes. There are also 2 lovely green potted bushes by the doors. Across from the entry doors, let's call that direction north, so up on the map, is another pair of smaller double doors. They've been jammed open with some large rocks, and there is a torch casting green light on the wall just to the left of the doors. So these doors here that you can see on your map, they are actually open, and there's a room beyond.
So you'll all just have to put on a uniform.
What?
Well, you got to put on your uniform.
This is my uniform.
No, the Mun
No.
uniform.
Yeah, this is a uniform.
I gotta tell you guys, I don't think any of your uniforms are gonna fit me. You're quite a bit bigger than I am, and the 2 heads thing.
We have quite a collection, actually. These were left over from when the tower was more active.
And Raphael Cruz will open up the cabinet labeled uniforms, and inside there's a wide assortment of different jumpsuits, quite similar to the ones that Tuck and Raphael Cruz are wearing, with the red stripe and gray, and it says Mun on the side.
So yes, it would be culturally appropriate given the importance.
Do you maybe have a lanyard? Just like a name badge that I could wear?
It's all about sanitization and safety protocols, really, and cultural appropriateness.
What's in there that's unsafe?
Probably a whole lot. It's a wizard tower.
Which is why I should be wearing my armor.
Well, this will fit over top your armor.
Oh, okay, we're good then. It's fine.
Just mind the second head hole.
Just take a bigger one. There's a dragonborn one in there. Should fit over the armor.
All right, sounds good. We're fine,
Is everyone putting on uniforms?
apparently.
Sure.
Yeah, does it fit me like a rope?
You can find one that's sort of large enough. I guess you could wear it sort of like a robe. But they're all jumpsuits, though. So they're all one-piece outfits.
It's just going to be really baggy.
Just like I have a jumpsuit on, but armor underneath, so it's like all jagged and awkward.
Right.
And stuff.
Right.
I get one that's a little too big so that, fits over the armor and it's weird looking.
Most of them are for Ettins.
Oh, okay. It's weird looking anyway.
Zartok's tail comes out the second head hole.
That's awesome.
You do see that Lumpin is having some trouble. He's got a pile of clothing there on the ground, and he's just sort of moving around inside of it. He seems to be trapped.
Is there a little gnome one or something for him?
He's only like 10 inches tall,
Okay.
depending on how he takes shape.
Does anyone have any safety pins?
No.
Can I druid craft some plant with thorns and use the thorns as pins?
Sure, you could use some thorns as pins to try to pin a uniform on him.
Yeah.
All right, so you pin a gnome uniform on him. It's restricting his movement, and Lumpin is incredibly weak. He has a strength of 4.
Couldn't we just carry Lumpin on one of our shoulders?
That sounds fun.
Yeah. You can chill on my shoulder, buddy.
Okay. So Lumpin rides on Aster's shoulder. So are you going further inside then?
Yes. Now that we're culturally appropriate.
That's right. You wouldn't want to violate any norms. So you enter the inner chamber.
One terrifying thing about this Etten is it's like choose your own horror movie. I feel like Raphael's Silence of the Lambs and Tuck is Deliverance. It's like, which one are we going to get?
This is beautiful.
Is that the one where I break your legs?
That's the one where you play a banjo and
No,
lots
that's
of bad
Misery.
things
Oh,
happen.
Misery, my bad. Can I be Misery? That sounds fun.
Yeah, misery sounds funner.
Yeah, you could be Misery. Doesn't she have a southern accent in that? I think so. She's like,
yeah, she
West
has an
Virginia, isn't
obsession
she?
for an author, so
And I can use my shovel.
you could have an obsession for money.
Yep, you can be Misery.
Sweet.
You know what I like about this structure? It kind of looks like a closed eye.
Yeah.
For now.
The double doors reveal a large curved space that is a strange mixture of beauty and filth. A worn-out circular rug dominates the center of the room. It was probably once beautiful, but now it's smudged with dirt and footprints. Obviously, someone has tried to clean it, but there are limits to what can be done. It's surrounded by several beautiful and colorful potted shrubs. 2 stone benches look classy but uncomfortable, and there are stone braziers burning brightly in the 4 corners of the room. Someone has dragged some large furniture into the right side of the room that plainly does not belong here. There's a huge wooden chair, a tall wooden table. Several bedrolls have been piled up together to make a bed. There's a wood and steel chest next to the bedrolls. On the far left side of the room is a pile of broken glass, bits of wood, and other trash. 35 straight ahead from the doors you came in through is another pair of grandiose double doors, and they are closed. 55 feet to the left or west is a single small door. There is a pool of water as well. Did I mention the pool of water? Well, there's a pool of water here, and there's some braziers in the corners, a pile of broken glass and trash, and then a door over on the far left-hand side.
So is this where you guys stay?
That's Tuck's pile of garbage over there. And, I like to sleep on this little rug here.
Okay.
Pretty nice, isn't it?
I like the bushes.
Yeah, the bushes are my idea.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I think I'm allergic to them.
Oh.
Well, you used to eat the fruit on this one all the time. You know, the meat
Until I became immune.
berries?
What are meat berries?
They're not very helpful because they just make you crave meat.
Oh yeah, let's not be eating that bush today.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pass.
It's all right. I've had too many of them, and they don't really affect me anymore.
What kind of meat?
Oh, any kind. Whatever meat you see.
Wow,
They
Tuck.
don't affect you anymore?
Oh no, not at all.
That's good, because there's no meat around.
True.
Wow, Tuck, you just come up with some of the best ideas. I'm real impressed.
Well, I don't know if I came up with it, but I grew it real good.
Yeah, you did.
So, Raphael, when you ate this meat, fruit meat,
The meat berry.
meat berry, yes. Did it make you crave like Tuck's meat, or did you?
That would be very self-masochistic, really. You have to remember that Tuck and I are one and the same. We are conjoined twins, and if I were to eat him, it would be like eating myself. Now, if there was another person around, perhaps an Etin that had one head that I didn't like and one head that was okay, I might be compelled in some way to eat the one that I didn't like.
I see.
I'm curious about something. You keep talking about eating one head and leaving the other. Does it work that way? Like, can you guys survive separately?
We don't know. So one way to find out.
Really only ever seen one other person ever die.
And that was.
That was Daddy's.
Oh, that was Dad's.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I
Dad's.
I'm gonna whisper to Lumpin. You know, do you think they ate the? No, never mind, Lumpin. No, that doesn't make any sense. But it's a meat berry. Well, did you guys have meat to eat when you ate the berries?
We did for a while.
I see.
But then all the animals disappeared with the monster.
Yes, that monster ate all the cows. Well, Tuck was sleeping. So we don't have any more.
Gotcha.
It's all becoming
Anyway,
so clear.
Can we keep touring?
This is as far as our tour goes, I think.
They'll tell you that these doors ahead, the doors to the north, are closed, and they haven't been able to open them. There's that green light. There's a torch next to them that's glowing with a green light, and the door will not open. The only other door is that door over to the far left, and that door goes down to the garbage dump.
Is that
Did they tell us what the door to the left is?
It's a garbage dump.
Why don't you have your garbage in the garbage dump?
Oh, that's Tuck's garbage. That's not
Yeah,
garbage
compost makes happy plants.
So I'll add a
gotcha.
little explanation here. There's a basement below this building, and the passageway to get down to where the trap door is so you could drop the garbage into the basement is very narrow. It's designed for a medium-sized humanoid. And so it's really uncomfortable to get in there for this Etin and drop the garbage in there. So it tends to pile up outside the passageway and then get moved down to the basement only every once in a while.
Plus, Tuck tries to make things out of the garbage.
You know, whatever gets your imagination going. Let's try to open these doors.
The door's straight ahead?
Yeah.
Can I examine the door? With like,
Yeah, sure. Make a. Do you want to try to figure something out or just
I
look
want to
at
try
it?
to figure something out. Can I do an investigation?
All right, make an investigation check.
So did the people in the other spelljammer, did they go into the garbage? Is that where they died, or was it another basement?
No, that's where they went. Or at least that's what we're told that they went.
Yeah, legends have it that they went in and never came out.
Our garbage never comes out either.
How did they get in?
I don't know how they got in. I was merely a twinkle in my grandpappy's eye.
Well,
There's
did somebody go
There's
down
no-
there after they went in and, they find bodies or anything like that?
Now, you guys know that no one goes down in the basement.
No, you don't want to do that.
Fair enough.
Highly inadvisable, right, Tuck?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are the experts. I get it.
So, Mike, I rolled a 14 for the investigation.
Okay, so with a 14, looking at the doors, you don't know what mechanism closes them, but they look really solid. They're made of some dark, very heavy metallic substance. You would guess that this green torch is somehow connected to them, but you don't know how, and you don't see any obvious way to open them. There's no keyhole. There's not even a doorknob.
Gotcha. Is it magical in nature, or do I need to make another roll for that?
You're pretty sure there's some kind of magic going on here, although the doors themselves don't appear to be magic. They may be connected to some sort of magical mechanism.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Zartok. Hey, Zartok, come over here for a second.
Yeah, what is it?
So, I looked through the door, nothing really special about it, though there's no real opening mechanism, so it could be magical. It seems like it's possible that it's connected to the green lights attached to both of those doors, and both sides that we've walked through that have that green light. Maybe that is part of how we open the doors. Maybe some kind of verbal command? I don't know. What do you think?
Are the doors between 1 and 2 here, are they propped open so they remain open?
Yes. The first set of doors with the green light have been propped open. Something has been jammed into them to keep them from closing, which you suppose means that they would close if that had not been the case.
Yeah, that's my guess.
And Tuck and Rafael Cruz will tell you that they have been jammed open their entire lives.
I like the wind coming through. It's very calming at night.
I'm going to make an investigation roll too. The lights, are they... If I touch it, what happens? If Zartok touches the...
Well, it's a torch. Although it's magical and doesn't actually emit any heat, so you touch it and then nothing happens.
You got a 5, so Zartok's not going to be very useful at the moment. And when just pushing on the doors does nothing?
No, it does nothing. They are pretty solidly shut.
Is there a sconce on the other side of the door?
You mean through the wall? You mean on the right side?
Yeah, the right side.
No, there's no sconce on the right side.
Okay.
Just on the left side.
Can we pick up the torch? Like, remove it from him?
It seems to be affixed to the wall. It's some sort of permanent metal fixture.
So, I don't think it's got... maybe it's got nothing to do with the light. Not sure. Figuring it out.
You got, like, any magic words that say open to the doors? Maybe you could, like, say them. You know, magic words.
I don't know. What was the first statue we see? Let's say stuff like Mun of Greatest, whatever was outside.
Mun is merciful. Mun the merciful. Mun the moving.
Yeah, let's say it in all the different languages. Maybe it's set some sort of password to make him feel good about himself.
You can try that for a while. It doesn't work. It doesn't seem to be activated by any password you're able to guess.
Can I do a perception check and just look really hard at the door, see if there's anything written on the door or anything like that?
Sure.
What's the door smell like?
21.
21. All right, so you look real carefully. The doors have not moved in a long time. It looks like Tuck and Rafael Cruz haven't tried to disturb them in a long time. There's a layer of dust on them. The torch, you're pretty sure, doesn't move. The doors have some hinge mechanism hidden inside the wall, but you don't see any clear way to open them. There's no door handle, there's no keyhole. You're not sure what the mechanism is that makes the door operate.
Hold on, I need to check my pack.
You would guess that you have to have something to get the door open, but you're not sure what you would need.
I wonder if that's why the first group went to the garbage.
Yeah, but they never came out.
It's pretty clear that going forward this direction would be pretty difficult.
Okay, I should have a crowbar.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my Dungeoneer's pack. Yes, I do. So, Tara takes a crowbar out of her pack.
Okay. Tara attempts to jimmy the door open with her crowbar. The crowbar, I'm not even going to, don't bother rolling. The door is made of something tougher than the crowbar.
I have an idea. Tara. Remember that thing you used to break the soul jar? Do you have that still?
It's on the ship?
It is on the ship. You could go get it.
But, yes?
Because it does damage to structures, correct?
It does damage to constraints or restraints. Things that, like manacles or handcuffs or something like that. That's what it does extra damage to.
Keeping things inside. I don't know. This is kind of keeping us outside.
This feels awfully restraining, DM.
Can I use Druidcraft to snuff out the torch?
Ah, okay. It does not go out.
I could shatter the door and see if...
You could try attacking the doors with some magic. That's true.
See if that does anything. I just thought maybe in combination with your double damage dealing weapon on restraints would be helpful.
Yep. You could also try to break down the wall, I suppose. The wall looks like conventional stone.
That's true.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Out of character, because no, Mike didn't give us any information about this, but it sort of seems like an airlock to me.
Close one door so the next opens?
Maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
We could also trap ourselves in here forever.
It wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea of I don't really like the idea of being trapped in here with big thing of
We got meat berries.
The Etten that's very hungry.
You guys want some meat berries?
We meat berries to eat.
That would be a great TPK. The party kills themselves. That'd be fantastic.
Slowly.
No one survives but Lumpin.
Oh,
that's so
face,
sad.
man.
Slowly descends into madness.
Wow, I like that.
Tuck and Raphael, have you ever tried to smash the walls around the door and see if that leads into some kind of entrance?
Tuck just points to the pile of broken shovels off to the left.
I see.
You just see like 20 of them, all shattered.
All right, let's go into this basement.
Boy.
Ugh.
But what about Tuck and Raphael? We're not going to take our newfound friends?
They can,
They can go.
They can
It's just they have to squeeze.
they can squeeze, right?
Okay.
You know, maybe shimmy a little bit. I saw them dancing earlier. They can do it. You know.
Coral's gonna go and start moving stuff from that's blocking the other door.
The side door to the left?
That's keeping the other door, the front door, the stuff that's keeping it open. She's gonna start moving it.
Wait.
Oh, okay. So you're going to start unblocking the double doors that have the green torchlight for the foyer, for the front room. Okay.
Wait, so the trash does have an exit to the outside of the world, right?
They don't know.
Oh, God. Coral, maybe don't do this. This is scary.
Well, I mean, this just seemed like the logical next step. What do you think we should do?
I think we should go through the trash, not close the doors.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, don't do that.
Maybe we leave somebody outside so that, I don't know, they can do something. Just saying,
I got trash I can throw out. Like, it wouldn't be a wasted trip.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw the trash. We'll go out the trash.
And Tuck starts like filling their arms full of garbage.
I mean, I guess, but this doesn't seem like the right way to go, but whatever.
I mean, yeah. I don't think we want to trap ourselves in here. Not that the company's not wonderful. It just seems a little scary.
I mean, I've been through lots of scary things in my life. Being trapped in a room ain't the worst.
Yeah. I know you were trapped on that island for a while, but, like, I don't want to be.
I mean, all right, I guess we'll go to the trash room. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So you move to the hallway there. The door in the corner of the room looks like it's barely holding onto its hinges, and the door frame is bent and twisted. A dark hallway stretches to your left once you step through that door, running parallel to the outside wall of the tower. 30 feet away is a wooden trapdoor in the floor, and then an unpleasant smell wafts toward you, even though the trapdoor is closed.
This is our trash hole,
Let's go.
as you'll see on your list.
You guys go on ahead and we'll follow after you because it's just going to take us a little bit longer.
I think I heard Tuck say this is our trap trash hole. That's what I heard.
That's a dangerous omen.
I think they let that slip.
I mean,
It's not a Freudian slip. It's a Gygaxian slip.
you probably heard wrong. Tuck's a nice guy. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I've never been trapped in it.
All right, so you lift up the trapdoor, look down into the basement level below. A ladder stretches down to the floor, but after about 6 feet, it stops with the bottom broken off. It's another 14 feet to the floor below.
Gross. Maybe Zarta can hang upside down and like look through it to see 60 feet since it's dark in it, right?
Sure.
All right. Yeah.
It smells terrible, like bodily waste, rotten food, and death. There are bits of broken bottles on the ground immediately below the broken ladder, as well as scraps of wood, leaves, and other bits of garbage.
Hey, Tuck and Rafi, what do you do with your ones and your twos?
You're looking at it.
That's what I was afraid of.
They make good fertilizer, too, though.
That's true. Manure is a farmer's gold.
That's your motto.
He says it all the time.
So Zartok looks down with his dark vision. With some light or with dark vision, you can see that this is a cavernous space. The basement is a circular chamber. It's probably around 140 feet across and 20 feet high, supported by 6 stone columns. So there's one of them there. You can see pretty far with 60 feet. There's no lighting aside from a pair of torches flanking a door in a stone cylindrical chamber just north of the center of the room. So now that you're looking down in there a bit further, you can see that up ahead in the dark, there is
more green light.
there's another door, and it's got a green torch on one side and a red torch on the other. One of the torches is emitting green light, and the other is emitting red light. South of that chamber is a pile of what can only be described as filth. It's a disgusting brown mess of food, trash, and waste. The pile is about 10 feet tall and stretches about 80 feet east to west and 60 feet to the north.
Since my uniform is a little big, I'm going to pull the collar up over my nose. To try and block the smell any amount that I can.
So, Mike, when I heard Zartok say the comment about the traps, about the trap waste or whatever, my character is pretty cautious, and he just went through a moment of anxiety back in the glass jar. So he's extra cautious. Could he do an insight check on our two new buddies?
You want to do an insight check?
An insight
Sure.
check. I just want to discern why did they call it the trap waste, and if they look a little.
I think he just got the word trapdoor and waste area just mixed up. But yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
I think they want to eat us.
Yeah, and then
In fact,
they
I'm
eat
pretty
the
sure they
the
do.
meat
I mean,
food
this
and-
would not be the place where I would eat you. That's disgusting.
Much better to have a picnic out of doors.
I rolled a 19.
Oh yeah, you're pretty sure that if they said trap waste, they just meant that they just made a mistake. This is a waste area, and it has a trap
Gotcha.
door, meaning just a door that
I'll
opens
turn to Lumpin
into the floor.
and go, whew, for a second there, I thought we were about to die.
Oh, maybe we are.
Great.
Lumpin got dark.
I don't know.
Lumpin, you're really
need Jeb.
realistic.
We need Jeb on this moon. All right, I'm going down. But try not to use any flammable light. Try to use magical light. I'm worried maybe it's explosive.
You
you-
want me to tie like a rope or something?
It's a ladder, mate. Don't worry about
It
me,
goes
Tara.
down, it only goes down
6
6
foot
feet
ladder.
though.
Oh, I
For
can.
a
It's a 6-foot
20-foot
ladder, and
space.
it's 20 feet down.
Oh, nice.
The rest of the ladder appears to have been like broken off or something.
If
Think
you
the
I'm not sure
monster
what
must
happened
have
to it.
broken it off.
if you hang off the bottom, it's only 6 feet. Zartok's a champ.
Wait, what? If you hang off the bottom, it's 8 feet.
If you hang off the, and you hang down, whatever. 8. Well, how do you math? How do you do
That'd
math?
be 8 feet. Yep. 6 and 6 if you're 6 feet tall.
Great. I'm getting corrected by Tuck on maths.
Plus your arm length.
Oh, arm length too. That's
Yeah,
got to
see,
be
Plus your
there.
arm length.
See,
yeah,
look,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
always depend on Shaun. Yeah. All right.
And then
I'm
your
going
tail
for
makes
it.
you a little bit closer to the ground too,
Well-
doesn't it?
Tuck knows dimensions.
All right, so
like a
Zartok
farmer.
climbs down the ladder, hangs by his arms, drops down. His tail helps cushion his fall. I won't make you take any damage.
Mike, I'm going to cast dancing lights and put them in the shape
Okay.
of a butler guy.
Zartok, make a perception check looking around the room here.
All right.
With light.
That's a 13.
13, and you're moving some dancing lights around.
Yeah, I
Aster?
put them in the shape of I put the globules in the shape of a person.
Okay, and have them walk around
yeah,
a bit.
have them move around like a person, the lights.
I'm getting like flashbacks of that zombie monster, but it's not a zombie monster, and I don't want that to happen, okay?
You don't want to fight the Necrozorb again?
Not the poop necrozorb.
It's an E. coli
that-
golem.
Too much.
Yeah, with your 13, you don't see anything that I haven't pointed out already.
Okay, great. Tara's gonna go ahead and tie a rope at the end of the ladder and just gently slide down.
All right, so you tie a rope and you climb down. Is everyone going down?
Mhm. I'm going to be casting prestidigitation as I
All right.
as I move along.
Constantly.
Or you're just gonna just constantly clean the
I'm
floors?
just going to be prestidigitation through the floor.
Oh, is that how that spell works?
The impossible to say spell.
Interesting. I gotta know how that spell works with conservation of matter. What happens to the stuff you clean up? But-
Somebody's having a real bad day somewhere.
yeah.
I thought it just changes into heat, Mike. Isn't that the whole
Oh,
point
does
of
it
the
just
show?
turn into heat energy? Maybe.
Well, it turns
Yeah.
into a gas and it smells worse.
Oh.
Oh.
Light 'em
No,
out.
Asta, you got to stop that.
Why you gotta put things in Mike's mind?
Where are you going then? Everybody's climbed down the
Coral
ladder.
did not go down the ladder. She crossed her arm and leaned
Okay.
against the wall. She is not going down there.
Coral's not going down.
All right, split
Everybody
the party
else
then.
went down. What do you want to do?
Let's check out the room. Let's walk where there's not the big splotches of brown and do
Okay.
a perimeter check.
Yeah, I'm with
All right,
that.
you're just gonna walk around the perimeter of the floor.
Yeah. So I don't really quite understand. Do you like decide? Are you like a dog and you decide where your ones and twos go? Like you pick your spot, or you do? I'm very interested in this. I'm like a
You're a scientist.
I'm
We have a
fascinated.
chamber pot. Thank you very much.
All right, just checking. But why don't you leave it outside?
Because this is the garbage room, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't debate
That's a
with
good
that.
point.
Yeah. This is one smart head.
He's got you there. So, as you continue to move through the north side of the north side of the room seems mostly clean. There are bits of broken bottle in a few places, but you do find 2 enormous steel cages. And they're empty. And you eventually make your way back around. So I guess you're actually able, with Zartok's dark vision and with dancing lights, you're actually able to see just about the entire room. So I'll go ahead and erase everything except for what's behind the walled cylinder in the middle of the room, where the door is. What else do you want to look at while you're in here?
It's nice that they provide a little well of water.
Yep, there is a well of clean water at the south side of the room, up against the wall. And yeah, that's it. There's the stone columns, there's the 2 steel cages, the doors are open. There's the cylinder of stone wall in the middle, or near the middle, and it has a door on it with a green torch and a red torch.
Let's go to the door.
Yeah,
You want to go look at the door?
I'm going to move my dancing lights humanoid thing, which I've called Mr. Rogers. And
Okay.
as he moves along to provide light for everyone, can I do an investigation check for traps?
Well, do a perception check.
You got it.
Do you call your dancing lights Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
And all of us know that?
He used to have
I
another
did.
name for it, but
I can't remember what
now.
it is. So now, these lights, Zartok, are called Mr. Rogers.
Is there a
It's a-
cardigan? I need there to be a cardigan.
It's just lights floating around in the shape of a person. Let's see. I got 19 again.
19. All right. Yeah, a few things you notice. First, you notice that the steel door by those torch lights looks battered and dented. Like it's just something has been beating it up for a long time, it looks like. It's just all dented and battered. That's all you can see from where you are without walking up and getting close to it anyway.
I'm sure Tara's moving towards it, so I'll just follow her there.
It's true.
Tara, you walk up to the door. I want everyone to make a perception check. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to make a check here. What's Coral doing upstairs?
She's kind of bent down and is watching,
Looking
like
around.
she's looking through the hole and is watching and listening. 17 passive perception, by the way.
Okay, so Tara is walking toward the door with the torches next to it. Where is everyone else hanging out?
Zartok's headed over there. That seems like the next
Okay.
place to go.
All right. Is everyone just walking over toward the door with the torches?
Yeah.
Long way around. Like
And I didn't see any kind of traps or anything like that.
No, you didn't see any
I
traps.
just saw the beat-in door.
No traps.
Okay.
One thing that Aster and Coral both see at the same time is as the group is walking over toward the door, a little, I don't know, looks kind of like a tentacle? Like a tentacle or a pseudopod or something sticks up out of the out of the filth with an eye stalk on it. And a little eye stalk watches the party walk over toward the door and then pulls back down into the filth.
Oh,
Guys,
very Star Wars.
there's a thing. There's a thing in the trash.
And next is the hand clap, just to make it easier to sync. Have a visual aid for me to sync. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Good.
Start with my dog.
Yeah, Chris, does your mom think you're doing something weird? Is she worried about you?
She thinks I'm doing cult-like things.
It's D&D, of course you are.
That's what my parents believe.
My mom actually accused me of that when we were kids.
Oh,
Like, isn't that the devil game? No.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah, my parents did not care at all.
Yeah, my parents don't care. They think I'm voice acting or something.
Well, you
That's
are.
what you're doing. It's about
That's
right.
basically what you're doing.
You aren't living through the satanic panic that I lived through when I was young, Chris.
yeah, this is a little bit of a different time, I think.
Yeah.
Now Satan's cool.
There's a big weird 1 on my...
It's probably saying which
okay.
monitor.
You have two
Okay,
monitors.
all right, yeah. All right, I see what's going on. I had not seen that in my interface before because I
It's a
usually share an
giant
app but not a
one.
screen.
A giant
All right.
one comes out of the trees.
My worst nightmare.
Yes, we're now turning this into an episode of Sesame Street. A giant 1 comes out of the trees.
So who is on this ship?
Let me check my notes.
Were we born then, Mike?
Putting other things inside the holes.
This is a
No.
PG podcast, mate.
No, this is...
There's a flashing light coming from the room inside the doors. Actually, I'm not sure that part's right. Scratch the part about the flashing light. That's not correct.
That's my lava lamp.
Scratch the part about the flashing light.
So you eat the moon fruit, and then you watch that for a couple hours.